Alrighty, we're back. That took me a hot second. You probably didn't realize it because these videos are pretty fluid, thanks to my awesome technology skills, but it did. It took me a second. I had to update my computer. It wasn't letting me use the document camera. Anywho, we're in the practice book, lesson 24, page 259. And like I said, we're just going to kind of go through a couple of these just to make sure we have a good understanding. Looking at the example, it says Ronan has $2 bills, 1, 2, 2 quarters, 3 dimes, 2 nickels, and 2 pennies in his wallet. How much money does Ronan have in his wallet? Well, it's saying you could skip count to find the value of the coins. 25, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 91, 92. Or use multiplication and addition to find the value of the coins. Repeated addition. Not repeated addition, excuse me. Addition. Or you could use the multiplication process. And it adds up to $2.92 in his wallet. Now, where this is important is what we're going to get into is converting these dollars to coins, converting coins to other kinds of coins. Don't let me confuse you. I shall show you. Looking at number 1, it says fill in the blanks below with the number to show different ways to make 50 cents with quarters, dimes, and nickels. Well, we could follow this, or we could just as easily look at the free math app. Alrighty, I shared this with you guys before. I've shared it with your parents. You should be able to get to it. Just go to the Math Learning Center .org. Click on the type of manipulatives that you want to use. Like for here, we're using money pieces. Here we go. And we want to find out how many different ways we can make 50 cents. Well, let's get 50 cents up here. We don't want to look at it in that way. We just want to look at it in, hang on. Oh, there we go. We have 50 cents. Oh, that's a 50-cent piece. We don't want that. So we have 2 quarters. All right, equals 50. Whoops. Make sure we put our decimal point. Let's go back. I just want it to look right for you guys. 0.50. Done. There we go. This equals 50 cents. Well, what's another way we can make 50 cents? We can use all dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10 plus 10. Let me move these guys out of the way so we can line them all up and nice and neat. This equals, and I could have sworn that I could have copied that. Oh, I can. No, I can't. Hang on. I thought there was a way that I could make, oh, I guess not. That's okay, because we can just say, bring this back up, say equals $0.50 and just move her over here. We could say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Boom, 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 boom. Bear with me. I'm just trying to show you. So this is 3 different ways we can make 50 cents with quarters, dimes, and nickels. Equals 0.50. There we go. There's no way to do that. Anyway. We could also do it by mixing some of these coins together. Like say I had a quarter, a nickel, and 2 dimes. That would equal 50 cents. 25, 30, 40, 50. What's another way we could do it? We could just have dimes and nickels. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. You see what I'm getting at, guys? We can make 50 cents using all sorts of types. We could even say, it doesn't ask for pennies, but we could even say 50 pennies equals 50 cents. Right? Right. Yes, clear the work. So if you're looking on your page, all right, 25 cents plus 25 cents equals 50. 5 dimes, each dime is worth 10 cents, so 5 times 10. 5 dimes equals 50 cents. Or you can go with the nickels, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It would take 10 nickels to make 50 cents. 50 cents can be equal to 2 quarters, which is equal to 5 dimes, which is equal to 10 nickels. That's all it's asking. All right, it says, look at problem 1. Use words and numbers to explain the different ways to make 50 cents with quarters, dimes, and nickels. Well, we just kind of walked through. You could use these examples, or you could use the examples that we did on the board. Now, this problem number 3 is going to involve time. So pay very, very close attention. Daphne woke up at 7:15. All right, so we can start, let's see. We're just going to go over here. We're going to put this clock over to the side. I haven't decided if I'm going to use it or not. I just want to use the pen. So if I were going to write a timeline for her, she woke up at 7:15 a.m. All right. She started at 7:15 a.m. It took her 15 minutes to get dressed. So if I'm going to move my number line 15 minutes, I'm just going to say that we're going to do it in 5-minute intervals because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 intervals in the clock. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be 5 minutes, and that would make that 7:20. Oh, I'm not liking this. Let's see if we can't get some elapsed time here. We can use this. Let's start the clock at, we woke up at 7:15, so my hour hand's going to be over here at the 7, and at 7:15 is when we woke up. So 7:15, we woke up. Y'all excuse my mousemanship. It took her 15 minutes to dress, so let's go 15 minutes. 5, 10, 15. So to get dressed and brush her teeth, it took her 15 minutes, and now we're at 7:30. All right. We are dressed to impress, and we have brushed our teeth. Brushed our teeth. She ate breakfast for 20 minutes. So let's count 20 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20. So now by 8:10, not 8:10, excuse me, 7:50, we have eaten our breakfast. Eaten breakfast. Then it took 5 minutes for her to walk to the bus stop. So we're going to go another 5 minutes. So by 7:55, we are at the bus stop. What time did the bus arrive? So it does show you on here that she started at 7:15. Said Daphne woke up, draw a label, all right? We know that it took 15 minutes to get dressed and brush our teeth. And how to find, okay, so we went from 7:15 to 7:30 getting dressed, brushing our teeth. Then we spent another 20 minutes eating breakfast. That landed at us right up here to eat breakfast. And then it took us 5 minutes to walk to the bus stop and wait for the bus. What time did the bus arrive? It says draw hands on the clock below to show the end time when the bus arrived. Well, the bus would have arrived at the time that we stopped. We stopped at 7:55. So 7:55, which would look on your clock on your paper, would look like this. You had your hour hand and your minute hand. My minute hand is kind of skewy. 7:55 a.m. Remember, a.m. is for morning. Looking at number 4, we have an elapsed timeline. So Evan got to the practice field at 8 o'clock. He stretched for 15 minutes. They give us our first little bit. All right, 8. If we started at 8 a.m. and he stretched for 15 minutes, we fall at 8:15. He did sprints for 30 minutes. So we need to count 30 minutes after this. So remember, there's 5 minutes in the clock. So here's 5, 10, 15, 20. Each of these is 5. Okay, so the sprints took him all the way to, this is 8:30, this would be 8:35. 8:35. Then he did practice drills for 25 minutes. Remember, these are 5-minute intervals. 5, 10, we're going all the way up to 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This was, I usually like to just kind of keep them. This was sprints. And this was, where did it go? Practice. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, we did 30 minutes worth of sprints. My bad. 30 minutes worth of sprints. Then we did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes of the practice. Then he did 5 minutes. Okay, what time did Evan finish the practice drills? Complete and label. Well, here we are at 9 a.m. We have 9. This would be 9:05, and this would be 9:10. So he finished drills at 9:10 in the morning. Oops, there it goes. All right, I kind of messed that up. You could also, you could also just keep adding it. Like if we started at 8 o'clock, we can add 15 minutes to that. That lands us at 8:15. 8:15. At 8:15, we did 30 minutes worth of sprints. We can add that. That'd be land us at 8:45. And then the practice drills took us 25 minutes. So 8:45 plus 25 minutes would be 10, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we went over our 60 minutes. And so we're going to bring it over here. And that leaves us with 10 minutes. Whoops, 10 minutes over here. 9:10. All right. Kurt got home at 4 o'clock. He did homework for 25 minutes and played outside for 20 minutes. Then he read a book for 15 minutes before dinner. What time was dinner? Let's start our clock. You might not need all of that room, but I like to be safe and sorry. So he got home at 4. So here's our starting point. All right, remember there's 5 minutes in our clock. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hopefully that'll be enough for him. So he did homework for 25 minutes. So let's count. Here's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So this is 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. All right, 25 minutes of homework. He got done with his homework at what time? Well, this would have been 4:05, 4:10, 4:15, 4:20, 4:25. All right, we might have to start, yep, because I don't have enough room. So at 4:25, we were done with our homework. 4:25. Let's do our intervals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And remember, we're doing 5 minutes in each interval because that's how the clock runs. There's 5 minutes between each marker on the clock. So we would need to go another 20 minutes for playing outside. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20. These are each 5-minute increments. So this would be 4:30, 4:35, 4:40, 4:45. But he's not done. He then read a book for 15 minutes before dinner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to stretch her on out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 15 minutes to read a book. 5, 10, 15. These are each 5-minute intervals, meaning this marker would be at 4:50, 4:55, and then finally 5 o'clock. So dinner was at 5 o'clock p.m. Remember, p.m. for afternoon. Alright. I wanted to definitely make sure I got some of that in there with you guys. Alright, page 261 on the practice. Let me check my time. I hate going over because it always makes it to where the videos take forever to upload. Alright. We can go ahead and look at the example on your own. Pause the video. Get a good idea for it. Alright. It says looking at number 1, complete the labels on the number line to represent the example problem. So, Amy had 1 hour to do activities. She talked on the phone for 5 minutes. She rode her bike for 15 minutes. She played a game with her brother for 25 minutes. How much time did Amy have left to spend painting a picture? Alright, we went ahead and converted that 1 hour to 60 minutes. That way all of our units of measurement of time are going to be the same. And then we add the minutes for the known activities. So if we started, here's our first hour, right? Or no, this isn't our first hour. This is our game, because she played a game with her brother for 25 minutes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then we have 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15 minutes. What did we use 15 minutes for? To ride our bike. And then we had that 5 minutes to play on the phone. It says, oh, my light's turned off. That's what happens when you don't move around enough. There we go. Alright. It says, look at the number line in problem 1. What does the dot at 15 represent? What would that represent? Think about it for a second. That represents the amount of time Amy had to paint her picture. Let's see. You guys can do that on your own. You should be able to figure that one out. We can do number 266 on, or page 266, number 4. A private music lesson at Park Music's costs $40 for 1 hour. A private music lesson at Joel's Music costs $25 for 30 minutes. How much more does 1 hour private lesson cost at Joel's Music than at Parker Music? So we need to do a couple of things here. We need to convert our time. All right, so $40 at Parker gets you 60 minutes. Joel costs $25 for 30 minutes. How much more does 1 hour private lesson cost at Joel's than at Parker? Well, if we were going to make it an hour, we need to add another 30 minutes, right? Because there are 60 minutes in each hour. So we're going to say if we add 30 minutes to our lesson, we have 60 minutes. But we are also going to get charged an additional $25 for that 30 minutes. So 60 minutes is going to cost us $50. Whereas for 60 minutes at Parker, it will only cost us $40. So it is a $10 difference, $10 more at Joel's Music than Parker's Music. All right. And that's just going through just a couple of them. Most of this we should be able to work through on our own, given the examples that I gave you. If you do have any questions on any of the other ones, just call me and I will walk you through them. All right. Looking at the spiral review. Now, there is a problem on here that's kind of skewy, and we'll talk about that. But for now, for day 5. We are in Unit 5, Operations in Algebraic Thinking. Number 1, what are the factors of 20? Remember, factors are the numbers we multiply in order to get the product. So we always start with 1 times 20. So that's 2 factors. Then we have 2 times 10. That's 2 factors. Then we have 4 times 5, which is 2 factors. And I believe that's the only factors of 20. So we have 6 factors altogether. We have 1 and 20. Oh, this was pretty easy because they only gave us, we already know that this one's not going to be it because it doesn't have 20. D's wrong too. And what's wrong with B? B doesn't have the 2 times the 10. So the answer is C. Which factors do 24 and 42 have in common? Well, they're going to be 1. And see how it says multi-select? That means it's going to be more than one answer. All factors, or all multiples have 1 as a factor. Every number multiplied by 1 is itself. So 1 is a factor of all numbers. 2, because 2 is even, 24 is even, 42 is even. If it's an even number, it is divisible by 2. 3 is not, because 3 does not go into 42. 4 is not, because 4 does not go into 42. 6 is, because 6 times 4 is 24, and 6 times 7 is 42. and 7 is not, because 7 is not a factor of 24. Number 3, the first number in the pattern is 7, so this is a pattern. The pattern follows the rule add 4. So the next number in line is going to be 4 more than 7. Well, what's 4 more than 7? 7, 8, 9. Oops, sorry, I thought I saw somebody walk by my door. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If we wanted to see the next number, we would add 4 to 11, which would be what? 15. If we wanted to keep going, 19. And we would just add 4 each time. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Follow? Number 5. The first number in the pattern is 96. The pattern follows the rule divide by 2. Complete the table to show the next 3 numbers. So if we're dividing by 2, our next number is going to be what? Ooh, not 3, but 2. Well, 2 goes into 96 how many times? 2 goes into 9 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8. We subtract. Bring down. 2 goes into 16 8 times. 8 times 2 is 16. So the next number is 48. Divide by 2 again. 48 divided by 2 is, I guess I can do it on this side. You might want to get a scratched piece of paper so you can work these out too. 2 divided by 48. 2 goes into 4 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. We subtract. 0 out. Bring down our 8. 2 goes into 8 4 times. Our answer is 24. 2 divided by 24, 12. If we wanted to keep going, our next number would be what? 6. Keep going. 3. Alright, next one, number 6. Select the multiples of 9 shown in the chart. So multiples of 9 are products of 9. So 9 is a multiple of itself, because 9 times 1. Let's see, 9 times 2 would be 18. 9 times 3 would be 27. 9 times 4 would be 36. 9 times 5 would be 45. 9 times, did I skip one? 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, 9 times 4, 9 times 5. 9 times 6 would be, does it have it? Oh, look, that's actually a multiplication chart. Ha! There we go. It doesn't keep going though. If we were going to do 9 times 6, be 54. 9 times 7 would be 63. 9 times 8 would be 72. 9 times 9 would be 81, and then 90. Alright, determine whether they're prime or composite. Remember, a prime number only has one factor pair, and a composite number has more than one. We know 20 is composite because, first off, it is even, which the only even number that it is prime is 2. But we also know that 20 has like 4 factor pairs. 1 times 20, 2 times 10, 4 times 5. What about 17? 17 is prime because it only has one factor pair. The only way to get 17 as a product is to multiply 17 times 1. 14 is what? Composite, because 14 has more than one factor pair. 1 times 14, 2 times and 2 times 7. 5 is prime. 11 is what? Prime. And I wanted to, okay, number 10, do not worry about number 10. Number 10 was a bad question. Unless you want to write a description as to why number 10 is a bad question. If you can email me with why this question is a bad question, I might have to give you some dojo points for that. And I'm pretty sure the others we can work out on our own. As always, if you are having issues with any of the ones that I did not walk through, you can call me, email me, text me, whichever is more convenient for you. And I believe that wraps us up for our first virtual week. I told you that today's packet was a little bit thicker, but a lot of that practice, you don't really have to do a lot of it. Just do some of it. If you just do the ones that we worked through together, that's fine. I wasn't really going to spend a whole lot of time on this particular lesson if we were face-to-face because, I'll give you something to look at least, because it really was kind of going over some stuff that we've already talked about in the previous lessons. But if you do have any trouble, and I will upload some links that might help to Khan Academy. I don't think we had a lesson in Learn Zillion for this particular lesson. I will look, but just follow the links in YouTube and it will send you where you need to go. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope that you get some rest. I know it's been stressful. I know that this seems really overwhelming. I would recommend that you put yourself in a routine, and if you have a really cool routine and you want to share it with us, please do. Anything can help. I could sit here and tell you what your morning should look like, but I don't know what's going on at home. I don't know when you're at home, and so you're going to have to come up with these routines on your own. And it's imperative, it's very important that you do get these routines down, because that's what helps you learn. It keeps you on track. It keeps your pace going. Excuse me. I need a drink of water. But anywho, so if you haven't really found a flow this week, that's what I want you to spend your weekend doing. Try and come up with how you're going to do it. And you can even go through and you can use that math app that I was showing you. Let's clear this out. Yes. And you can draw out, say you wake up at 9 a.m. every day. All right. Give yourself that bit of time, like say give yourself 20 minutes. All right. 20 minutes to get yourself together, eat breakfast, brush your teeth, whatever. All right. Do I want to go at 9? That'd be 9:05, 9:10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 9:15. I'll tell you what, guys. I might just do a video today just on structuring your routines using elapsed time. That's what I'm going to do, because it'll be easier to show it on the board than it would be here. So that's what I'm going to do. Keep a lookout for how to manage your routines during virtual school. All right? I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Hope you have a great weekend.